Good morning, friends. Today we are going to learn about the process model that comes under software engineering in your Unit 1 Introduction to Software Engineering. So, before starting with the lecture, let me introduce myself. Myself, Professor Poonam Mahale, working in Kekewak College of Engineering, Education Research, Nasik. So, before starting with the lecture, what are the objectives of today's lecture? After the end of today's lecture, you will be able to understand software development phases, that means SDFC life cycle. Then you are able to understand the software life cycle process model, that is incremental model. So in today's lecture, we are going to cover incremental model in detail. So let's start with the lecture. Incremental model. Basically, incremental model are the models that combines the element of waterfall model and that elements applied iteratively. So there are process model, types of process model. In that, one type of process model is nothing but an incremental model. Again, in incremental model, there are two types of incremental model. The first type is incremental model itself, and the second is the RAD model, that is Rapid Application Development Model. So we'll start with the incremental model first. So incremental model is a software process model which combines your elements of waterfall model in iterative manner. In incremental model, actually the overall functionalities are split into the smaller modules, and these modules are quickly developed and delivered to the customer. So this is the main purpose of incremental model, and that's why the requirements are splitted into a different aspect by considering different aspects. So again, in this approach, basically the initial requirements are very well defined, and in each increment is passed through the overall development cycle. So we'll see the incremental model in detail. Using this model, a limited set of customer requirements are delivered to the customer by considering increments. After that, each and every increment is shown to the customer. Then, the modified and expanded requirements are implemented step by step. After showing each requirement, that means a basic core product to the customer suggests some modification. If there are no modification, then next set of requirements or next set of functionalities are implemented in step by step fashion. Again, in incremental model, this model, as we all know, combines the elements of waterfall model, and that elements are applied in iterative fashion. In the first increment, basically it delivers a product into a number of increments. So first increment is generally a core product. In each increment, we go on adding the functionalities as well as features. In the first increment, it produces a product, and that increment is shown to the customer. Customer suggests modification, if any, to that product. Next increment implements customer suggestion plus some additional requirements or some functionalities, and this process is repeated until the customer is finished or customer is satisfied. So this is an pictorial representation of incremental process model. How these process are carried out. Basically, in software process model, there are 5 development phases. That means a software development life cycle includes 5 phases. First phase is nothing but communication. Second phase is planning. Third phase is modeling, fourth is construction, and fifth is deployment. First phase, that is communication phase, is also known as an requirement gathering phase, where we collect customer requirement. Second phase, it is a planning phase. Here we estimate the total development time for the software product. In the fourth phase, we perform modeling, that means analysis and design is carried out in the third modeling phase. In the fourth phase, in the construction phase, coding and testing is performed, that means here in the fourth phase we actually start implementing product. And the last phase is nothing but an deployment phase, where we deploy the software and product. So these are the five phases of software development life cycle. In incremental model, all these phases are applied in iterative fashion. So the first increment is nothing but an your core product. Here in this diagram you can able to see a vertical bar represents the software functionalities and feature, and horizontal bar represents the project calendar time. So first, for delivering a basic core requirement, we require a less time. Then in the second increment, we add another functions or functionalities and features. Likewise, we developed software till the nth increment. That means till we received a final product. So as we go on increasing functionalities and features, the time requirement for developing that product may get increased. So now we'll see the advantages of this incremental model. First advantage is early increment implementation is possible with the small team size, as we splits requirement into a different modules, or requirements are splitted over here. So basic requirements can be implemented with the small size of team. Second is initial product delivery is faster and it lowers the initial delivery cost. So cost for development is less in this process model. Third is customer can respond to a features and review the product. Whatever process models are available, in that we show a software product at the end to the customer, but in by using this model, customer can able to see the software product in between, and if customer is not satisfied, he can suggest some changes, that means he can review the product. So this is the main important advantage of incremental model. And the last advantage is nothing but an risk of changing requirement is reduced, as we show end product to the customer at the end, then customer might suggest changes, that modification at the last may not be possible in many of the cases, but here risk of changing requirement is reduced, due to that cost for development is also reduced. Now we'll see the disadvantages of this incremental model. After each increment, the customer can demand for additional functionalities, and demanding functionalities may cause confusion or may create a confusion, as well as it may cause a serious problems to a system architecture. Next is cost of finished product may be increased as we go on modifying project or software product, so development cost might get increased. Now we'll see one example that implementation of that particular product may be possible with the help of this incremental model. So you can consider over here the development of word processing software using incremental model. So in the word processing software, basically the first increment is nothing but an if we consider an example of MS Word. So first increment is here we implement basic file management functions like new, open, save as options can be implemented in the first increment. In the second increment, More sophisticated editing and document production capabilities can be added. So in the second increment, we add editing options, then document production capabilities. Here, for example, you can add rulers, margins, multiple font selection. So these are the features that can be implemented in the second increment. In the third increment, we can add grammar checking facilities, then we can add auto corrections, then synonyms. So these can be implemented in the third increment. And then in the fourth increment, that might be your final increment, here the final advanced page layout capabilities or uh, final editing capabilities you can add. So final advanced page capabilities and final additional capabilities you can add in the last increment. So this is how you can develop your MS Word document using or MS Word using this incremental model. So hope you understand how incremental model works and how the software development process is carried out by using incremental model. Thank you.